Hey team, I hope you're doing well and that you had a good day. Today, as planned, we're back for a new video and this time it's a horror video. First of all, let's say hello to Teluf because he's the mascot of the community and he loves us a lot. And if you don't say hi to him, he's going to cry all night. And of course to Patkania as well, always we never forget her. By the way, she's available on my official website, ofenia.com, for anyone who wants to check it out. There are phone cases you can customize, hoodies, t-shirts like this one with Aniki. I wore it on purpose because it's horror themed. And look behind me, that's enough with the fakes. The ninis, meaning the girls in the community, and the ninos, the guys in the community. I hope you're ready because I went and collected all your horror stories that you sent me on Instagram. My Instagram will show up here, Ofenia. I'm verified. You'll find me if you ever want to send me your other paranormal stories because we're going to do a lot of them. For those who don't know, we live stream every evening at 7:30 p.m. on YouTube and Kik. So if you're ever bored, etc., I've given you my phone number and from 7:30 p.m. I activate the line and you can call me to ask me questions about daily life and so on. It's basically an open call-in show and it's called Night Call Colonia. Basically, it's the gossip room. It's very simple. I hope you're ready for this video. Grab your popcorn candy, get cozy under your blanket and turn on your red LED lights. By the way, on my Snap, we're going to go buy all the Christmas decorations and also some for the horror live streams because actually I have LED lights, but there was a little problem. They got stuck in my chair. It annoyed me, so I cut them all off. I took a knife and bam! Yep, that's just how I am. All right, let's go. Before anything else, of course, don't forget to like the video. So now, you're going to hit the little thumbs up. It's really important because it lets me know if you like the video, share the video, subscribe, which is even more important, and turn on the little bell. I hope you're ready for the first story because it's starting now. Hi Ophelia, I wanted to share a paranormal experience that happened to me last year. I live in an old country house that my parents bought a few years ago. So, it begins. Not good, no. One night while I was sleeping, I was woken up by strange noises coming from the attic. At first, I thought it was rats, but the noises were too regular, like someone was walking slowly. I gathered my courage, grabbed a flashlight, and went upstairs to check. But who does that? Are they out of their mind or what? Oh, I didn't tell you. I'm reading the story, but I'm also reacting at the same time because my team selected it and sent it to me. So I'm discovering it at the same time as you. When I opened the attic hatch... Oh, I forgot to mention, I also do the sound effects. There was nothing there except for an old rocking chair that my parents had never mentioned. I went back downstairs, but the noises continued all night. One night, I decided to stay awake and watch. At exactly 3 a.m., the chair started rocking by itself. No, that's awful. I've never been so scared. Honestly, if I saw a rocking chair like that, I'd just burn the house down. Seriously, that's what I'd do. All the neighbors could get together to roast marshmallows. Then I heard a voice whispering, "You shouldn't have come here." I was paralyzed, unable to move. Since that night, I've been having nightmares where that voice says horrible things to me, as if it knew my darkest thoughts. Even now, while writing this message, I feel like I'm being watched. Miss... I don't mean you any harm, you know. We have to... What is that lady doing to us? I don't sleep in my room anymore and my parents refuse to believe me. But I know what I saw and I know what I heard. If you tell my story, be careful, she might hear it. Oh! What does your cowardly girlfriend want? Will you tell your parents to move? You can't stay there. She won't sleep in her room anymore, but where do you sleep? The basement? It's no better. Basement or attic, both are infested. You need to disinfect everything. Call the ghoster. I hear voices saying horrible things. I hope they're saying good things about me since I don't want to end up dead. Let's move to the next story.
Salut Ophélia, ton idée de raconter des histoires paranormales m'a rappelé quelque chose qui m'est arrivé quand j'étais plus jeune. J'habitais dans une maison en lotissement.
Hi, Ophelia. Your idea of telling paranormal stories reminded me of something that happened to me when I was younger. I used to live in a house in a housing development. Nothing special. But one night, something really weird happened. This isn't starting off well. I must have been about 14 years old around that age. And that night, I was home alone. Around 2 a.m., I woke up because of the sound of footsteps in the hallway. I looked just in case because I also have a hallway. I initially thought it was just my imagination, but the noises kept going. As if someone was going back and forth between my room and my parents' room. I got up to check. You thought you were the heroine in a horror movie? You know they're usually the first to die, right? You shouldn't do that. Then I opened my door. There was no one there. Everything was silent. I went around the rooms, but nothing. When I came back to my room, I noticed that the bathroom light was on. I hadn't turned it on. So I quietly walked toward the bathroom and turned off the light. I went back to my bed. I was scared. But as soon as I closed my eyes, I heard a click. The light turned back on. Okay, you're getting mad. I don't know. A girl in the house. Your stories, they're going to keep me up all night, you know. This time, I didn't dare get up. I was staring at the light, terrified. I just hid under the covers. My heart was beating a mile a minute. The next morning, I asked my parents if they had come home earlier. But they said they didn't return until after 6 o'clock. Since then, there haven't been any more noises and the light hasn't come on again. But I swear it wasn't a dream. I never found out what really happened, but I'm sure of what I saw. So she's telling us that after everything that happened there, she managed to sleep. I'm sorry, okay. But if that happened to me, I see, I hear, click, the light turns back on. For me, I pack my bags immediately. Honestly, I'm being nice. I grab my shoes and leave, even if I have to sleep at the neighbors'. Now you tell me in the comments, grab your keyboard and write. What would you have done? How would you have reacted? Imagine you see a light turn on like that, you hear the click, and you don't see anyone. Let me know in the comments how you'd react. I'll read them now. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. This way, I know if you like these videos and we can make more. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss upcoming videos. Next story. Hi Ophelia, I have a story to tell you that still haunts me today. But it really couldn't have started any worse. I shouldn't have said that, right? It happened 3 years ago. When I moved into my new apartment, everything seemed normal. No noise. But one night, around 3 a.m., I woke up with a start for no reason. When I opened my eyes, I noticed something strange. My bedroom door, which I always keep closed, was slightly open. I got up to close it, thinking I had forgotten to lock it. But when I came back to my bed, I saw that my desk chair had moved. It was facing my bed. That's horrible. There's definitely something sitting quietly on the chair like that, watching you. I looked at the chair, motionless, not understanding. But I'm a very rational person, so I told myself I must have moved it earlier without realizing it. But every night, strange things kept happening. Footsteps in the hallway, objects being moved, and even strange crackling noises on my phone. But one night I decided to film my room with my phone in night mode, just to check. The next morning, while watching the video, something strange sent chills down my spine. At exactly 4:12, a black shadow passed in front of the camera. No human shape, just a blurry moving figure. Hi, it's Anna. I told you we shouldn't make this kind of video. I said, calm down, come back to your senses, Finia. Let's keep going. Ooh. I then showed the video to one of my friends who's passionate about the paranormal. While watching it, he told me it looked like a manifestation of negative energy. But what made me move out was what happened a week later. You're divine. I woke up in the middle of the night, paralyzed. Something was sitting on my bed, at the edge of my bed, near my feet. But the worst part of all this is that I couldn't see anything. I could just feel its presence. So I closed my eyes, hoping it would go away. And when I opened my eyes again, I didn't feel anything anymore. But something drew my attention to the window on my right. I was used to always having a bit of fog on my window since it was extremely cold where I lived. And when I got closer to the window because I couldn't believe it, a handprint, way too small to be mine, was on the glass. I didn't try to figure it out. I left that apartment 2 days later, and I never went back. Since then, I've been seeing a psychologist regularly because I can't sleep without a light on anymore. But what? You can't sleep without a light on? I can't sleep at all now. Now, it's like a night strike, you know. Your paranormal stories are super scary. I don't know what you thought about them, but the whole time I was scared out of my mind. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell for upcoming videos. And if you want your story to be told in the next YouTube video, come and follow me on my Instagram, Ophenia. I'm verified, so you'll find me very easily, and I'll let you send me your horror stories and paranormal stories. With that, Ninis, I'll see you tonight at 7:30 p.m. or live, and the Ninis too. Big kisses to everyone. See you later. Kisses.